Construction has begun on the White House temporary UFC octagon for UFC Freedom 250, tied to Flag Day and President Trump's 80th birthday. The event is expected to include fights, fireworks, a light show, fan activities, and other amusements across the National Mall. And massive screens for tens of thousands of people, I guess, to watch nearby. Now, the question isn't whether people like UFC. A lot of people do. The question is, why is this image coming out of the White House right now when we're in the middle of a war? And as we just detailed, costs for everything are through the roof. And then you add the proposed triumphal arch near Arlington National Cemetery that was just approved. Vietnam veterans are suing to stop it, arguing that it could disrespect the area around Arlington and disrupt the sightline between Arlington and the Lincoln Memorial. Trump was previously asked who the arch was for and why we needed an arch in Washington, D.C. randomly. And according to the article, when asked who it was for, he said me. Okay. The White House officially says that the arch would honor Americans' greatness and veterans. But critics are asking, is this really about the country or about one man's assumed legacy? And again, the cost question matters because the White House has not publicly said how much the arch will cost. Trump has said it will be funded in part by private donations, which is the same thing that he initially said about funding for the White House ballroom, which eventually dried up and got passed to taxpayers at the tune of $1 billion at this point and rising, I guess, rapidly. So who knows who actually will end up paying for this arch? It might be you. And speaking of taxpayers, while these grand projects are being pushed, Americans are cutting back. Gas prices are reportedly up 51% since February, with the national average around $4.49 per gallon. Inflation is at 3.8%, which is the highest in 3 years. And consumer confidence dipped. 2/3 of American surveys say that they are cutting spending because prices are too high. That means fewer clothes, fewer concert tickets, delayed purchases, spirits gone under so you can't go anywhere. People stretching paychecks beyond what they thought they'd be able to stretch it to. So what do you guys think? Is this smart political showmanship from Trump? You know, giving his reputation of grandiose success and doing whatever he wants at whatever cost. You know, he's Trump. He does whatever he wants. Or is this completely disconnected and will this end up costing him with everyday Americans?
It's kind of funny because when you showed that UFC contraption being built, I'm like, I guess this is kind of cool and it's for the country, like to do something like that. But like, why at the White House? It just feels very. It just doesn't feel the right place for it. That's what's
he's already paved over. Like it used to be a rose garden.
It feels weird to have it there specifically. I don't have an issue with you having it, but having it there is a little weird. Then it's like when you talk about this arch, which by the way I had never heard of this. So like this is my first time hearing that. Like I'm shocked. But like seeing stuff like that, it's just like it. Trump to me sounds like myself and ChatGPT. I just be talking in there, and then I just be doing stuff. And he does the same thing, except he does this stuff in real life. And like
with our money.
Yeah, but like, and it's kind of cool when you're like, damn, like he's really making this stuff happen. Like he's doing this, he's doing that, and you think about what other presidents could have done in the past, and it's like, wow, this is so cool when you see the power that he has. But then when you bring it back down to reality, and you talk about the fact that like Americans are cutting back, and we just talked about the gas, people aren't taking vacations this year, they probably weren't able to do it last year. People are cutting back on like certain food things, and like everybody, no matter what, has cut back on something. Like for the most part, like we've all felt this in our pockets, whether it's gas or the grocery store or whatever. We've all felt this. So to see these kind of things happen and we see him doing it, it does read disrespectful to me. And it also, the people who support this, who are in the same boat as the rest of us, you look stupid.
Yeah. Eric, do you think it's safe with all the shootings that are happening at the White House? Don't we need some extra protection? It seems like the Washington around anything around Trump's very dangerous. I wouldn't want to actually be
when they wanted to be.
I really didn't. I'm like Dex. I really didn't. I really didn't. I never didn't know that was happening. That they were doing a UFC thing on Flag Day in the middle of the front of the White House. I mean,
The
when I
backyard.
saw that, my first thought was that's just another Proud Boy rally. You know what I'm saying? Like, who actually UFC fans are actually gonna go there? Like, it's crazy. Are they gonna watch it from the ballroom? Like, are they all gonna
They're
be
not even
outside?
gonna be invited to it. Like actual fans that like pack out UFC, like they can't afford this kind of stuff. They're not going to be there. Like this is for friends of Donald Trump. Like that's who's gonna be there. It's not going to be the
It's a
average.
birthday party.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
birthday
like that's
party.
who's going to be here.
He's having a
I guarantee.
UFC event as his birthday party.
Yeah,
So
I guarantee they're gonna cost more than the WrestleMania tickets, Dex.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's up there.
Oh yeah.
So I
Look how
find stuff like this very interesting. I don't know if you know this about me, but I like reading allegories and different things about history and the way they did things in history. And when I see this story, with everything that's going on, it reminds me a lot of like gladiators, right? And
Yeah.
how they, the political
Performed for the
class,
king and the emperor.
like
Yeah.
the political class entertains the masses that they don't have any food, they don't have water, they don't have resources, they don't have basic resources oftentimes, but they put on these grandiose gladiator shows to entertain the people, to get their minds off of the state of things. And so it's like so odd to see such a playbook being used in modern times, and people, I'm just like, right in our faces, you're gonna gladiator us, like we don't like are you like quite literally going
That's literally
to have
what they're
the
doing.
political class
Like,
put on a public spectacle of a fight to watch us look at that in the middle of wars that we didn't ask for, famine, that we're no longer supporting or helping out with, gas
Crippling
prices
healthcare.
because Americans can barely afford basic things. The so-called middle class has just been bumped down to the so-called upper middle class has financially been bumped down to lower middle class, which is hilarious. And like we're putting on a show.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And another thing I want
Insane.
to say about this UFC fight, like UFC fighters are like from different countries worldwide, like Khabib and all these. Like, who's actually gonna be at this? Like, is it gonna be like an all white card? Like,
Do you want me to see the? Do you want to look at
like
the
I mean,
card?
I'm just being real honest. Like, you
That'd
know,
be
what I mean,
another thing too.
he has beef with so many countries and so many. You know, what I mean, who's actually gonna be on this card? Like,
Justin Gaethje looks like Alex Pereira, another. Well, isn't he Brazilian? Sean O'Malley. I know he likes Trump. Is Pereira a Trumper? I feel like Pereira might be a Trumper.
What's his name?
Alex Pereira. And then Justin Gaethje, I know, is as well. So maybe it's all Trump's favorite fighters.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be a Trumper event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna see no John Jones up in there. I can tell
And
you
when I
that.
tell you,
Well,
Trump,
John Jones likes Trump too. It's crazy. They all like him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He's big. He's a big Trumper. Huge.
And
Well, you know,
Alex
also, you
Alex
get him.
Pereira is too.
Yeah. See? There you go. They're all his face. All his
Yeah,
face.
and
They couldn't get
Dana
John off of the juice long enough to get him to qualify.
White, and Dana White was at all the rallies. So yeah,
Yeah. It's
I mean, these people have no shame. I mean, no shame. Put out an obvious playbook. They think everybody's stupid. They think nothing's going to happen. But you know, as you know, the walls will come tumbling down. It just is what it is.
It just hasn't gotten. Stuff is going to happen, and stuff is happening. It has been happening. It just hasn't happened to you.
correct.
that was a very astute point, Ty, about the Roman gladiators. Kudos for that. I like that. All right, time to move on. Are you proud? You proud of yourself? Came back with that fire, dog. I love it.